So prepare for every opportunity. And that includes the same sort of preparation you would do if you're going to trial. Rehearse. You have mock trials. You wouldn't walk in cold. Answer the questions. You throw questions at each other. The first time you answer a tough question, never quite comes out the right way. Sometimes you need to fix it, but once you're at lunch, it's too late to fix it if it came out wrong. Figure out what the tough answers are, the tough questions. Throw them at each other. Know more about these companies than your competitors. You will find that they understand it and they appreciate it when you do. Who thinks they do a good job? Say, your competitors are the same way. It's just not, we know we should do it, but we're so busy. Well, we're not as busy anymore. So now's a real good time to be doing that. We also can't squander the few opportunities that are there. And there is a big focus these days on doing a better job of the presentations, the RFPs, the competitions for work, the beauty contests. There is a lot more emphasis on that. All your marketing, all your networking, all the relationships that you've developed finally turn into an opportunity. There's a piece of business out there, and a lot of firms just go in and wing it. Or they send their brochure, not tailored. Where other firms have a very high-level process, when an opportunity comes into the firm, the system engages, and the research gets done, and teams get picked, and they treat this as a sales pitch, basically. Not a piece of business, it's a sales meeting. And so they use their best salespeople. Just because Harry got the call doesn't mean Harry should make the pitch. Harry knows the guy, but Harry never brought in a piece of business in his life. But Harry's going to go wing it because he wants the billable credit. Right? And then Harry's not going to get it. We know Harry's not going to get it. But the smarter firms know who their best rainmakers are, and they use them like a sales force. They'll bring Harry along. Harry will say, hey, nice to meet you. Here's my partner, Jim. And then Jim really runs the meeting because Jim knows how to bring in the business. You can't afford, there's so many fewer opportunities, you can't afford not to do them great. And firms are sending out their best rainmakers to other people's opportunities. In fact, some firms, not many, but I think you'll see more of this. Some firms have full-time, non-lawyer business generators. They just have a non-lawyer professional sales force. IBM-trained people who come in as lead generators, and they work it like sales. They work like a professional salesman would do. And your competitors are starting to do this. Lawyers, in our history with marketing is, and I got started doing this around 1990, and we did nothing well in 1990. I mean, there were no color. You couldn't even use a color. I remember I was at Winston & Strawn, the marketing director at Winston, and around 92, we asked for a color printer. And we were told, no, lawyers don't need color. And it was, in 92, that was embarrassingly true. But now we have really nailed the marketing communication side of things. We are as good as our corporate clients in terms of the websites. The best of law firms are as good as the best of companies in terms of their logos, brands, advertising, websites, brochures. Our stuff the best of our stuff will stack up to the best of the Fortune 500 companies. What we haven't done well is the sales side. We develop the opportunities, but we haven't done the sales part first. And that's really one of the most critical things, especially in this kind of economy. But there's more firms, the more progressive firms are focusing more effort on the sales. We call it business development, but it's the traditional rainmaker activities. Our rainmakers are our sales force. So non-lawyers, things that would have been crazy to suggest 5 years ago, are now working so well that they're hiring more and more of them.